Scorpios, welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and jump straight into your reading. Any information you may be looking for will be in the description. If you want to see future readings, hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. I also do live shows where I take personal reading questions. So if you ever want to join, that's also another reason to hit the notification bell. But let's go ahead and jump straight in. We're going to take a look at what the messages are that you need to hear at this moment. This is the message you need to hear. First card we have is lead. So there's a need for you to recognize the control that you actually have within your situation. Of course, there's certain things that you don't have control over, and that's obvious. The weather, other people's actions, reactions, anything outside of yourself that consists of other people and just forces that are unseen. Of course, you have no control over. But when it comes to the things that you do have control over, like your response to things, your emotional state, all of these things, in you taking control and in you seeing where you have to be in tune with a sense of self-awareness in order for you to be in the right direction or stay on the right path. That's what's going to push you forward. A lot of you too have been maybe letting outside situations make you feel like you have no control. Like, let's say a job, for instance. The way that maybe money is flowing at the job could be making you feel helpless in the sense of, you having bills to pay and you having things to do and whatnot. But if you take the lead in this situation and you say, you know what, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z to make sure that I get the money. Okay, whether that's going on Uber Eats, DoorDash, whatever, way you see fit, that's you taking lead of what you can control instead of letting the outside circumstances tell you where to kind of get in, where you fit in. Okay, I also have a physical activity. So a lot of my Scorpios, you want to physically act on something. And this could be like literally working out, getting into a workout routine. This could be you wanting to, this is maybe you wanting to, dang, there's this word. I can't even remember what the word is that I wanted to use. But with this physical activity card, there's something that you physically want to take action on. And there has been this hesitance to actually do it for so long, and it's been keeping you from moving forward. Also, when it comes to just physical activity in the sense of you like wanting to work out and you wanting to take care of your body, this may be something that you really need to do. Your body could be screaming for that, or there's a reason for why you've been feeling called to do this, especially if you have been a very active person as a child, as someone who grew up loving sports, or you may love sports now. This could be the thing that's going to get you moving and getting out of a space of feeling overwhelmed as well. Now, the next part I have is love. So there's this deep bond that you and someone share, ego, and also this desire to be right or to be in control could be destroying a really good relationship. So if you have a healthy relationship with someone in the sense of you both loving each other, you both are willing to do the work to fix things, make this relationship work, come together, this is something that's worth preserving. Okay, now if it's not, that, and it's more of a situation where you have to pull teeth, the message here is to ask yourself, what genuinely do you need out of a partner in order for you to feel like you're being loved or the love is being reciprocated? And if you're currently dealing with somebody who doesn't make you feel that way, what exactly is making you stay there? Okay, let's pull from this deck. Scorpios, what is the message they need to hear? Okay, so this card fell. We have invisibility, which represents What in authenticity? So, when it comes to you guys wanting to be your quirky, funny, fun self, there's a need for you to stay around people who are authentic themselves or allow you to be authentic and not judge you. You could have maybe some very judgy friends or judgy family or just people around you who don't make you feel like you could truly stand in who you are. And anybody who makes you feel this way, you need to definitely separate yourself from. Okay, this is also making sure that you're not being afraid to express yourself. Are you afraid to tap into who you are and showcase that because you're fearful of how people may react? I also have vampire, which represents emotional intelligence. So this is a reminder to tap into empathy. If you're always wondering, how does this person feel about me? How does this person feel in general? I think in you turning into, I don't want to use that word because an energy vampire is actually a bad thing. But you being someone who's an empath, someone who could like sense people's energy by being receptive to them, by having this desire to learn them, is going to give you a lot more answers than you having to speculate. You know, like there could be so much answers in how someone is expressing themselves or in their facial expressions that maybe you're not picking up on because you're not in tune with empathy the way that you need to be. Because empathy, it's always expressed in the sense of like being able to be there for someone, but it's tapping into their emotions and essentially getting into their mind to understand them, the desire to know others. So this is going to give you a lot more insight in the future, especially with someone who you find to be tricky or hard to read. Scorpios, what is the message they need to hear? So I have the Four of Cups in reverse. So Spirit is saying it's time for you to not pass up on this opportunity to get out of spaces where you don't want to be in anymore. Okay, the Four of Cups is that I'm bored. I don't feel like I resonate here anymore. What is this? Like literally this person is like, what is this? What are these options or these cups that are in front of me? And then the universe is trying to offer more, but this person is so caught up in what they don't like with the existing cups that they can't even see what's being offered to them. So with this Four of Cups in reverse, if you have missed previous opportunities because of the fact that you've been kind of caught up in things you don't like dating somebody who you don't like the way they treat you, but missing the opportunity to date somebody who is going to treat you right, or passing up on a good job because you don't want to miss out on something with a previous job. This is the time to learn from that mistake and make sure you don't do that again. And also not getting caught up in the fact that you feel like you've missed some sort of opportunity in the past. Essentially, you haven't really missed anything because if it was meant to be, it would have happened. But learning from that experience, moving past it is the only thing that you can do in this current moment. Also have the Knight of Cups in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse. So while someone is constantly being inconsistent, the only thing that you can do is be poised and not let yourself become emotionally erratic due to them. Okay, this is contagious energy someone could be passing on to you where they're making you feel emotionally unsure about yourself because they're emotionally unsure, especially if this is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio individual. Doesn't matter the zodiac sign, but someone who is constantly shifting in moods or constantly shifting in their action. As long as you allow them to have control over you emotionally, the more imbalanced it's going to make you. okay? It's also essential to use the wisdom that you already have and not just bypass it. Like, you could have a lot of insight on certain people. For instance, if we're talking about love, you could know a lot about someone in terms of how they operate as a person, all of this, but you could maybe disregard that and then get caught up in the same traps. So the message here is, make sure you don't get caught up in the same cycles or traps due to the fact that someone is constantly pulling the same wool over your eyes because of this forgetfulness. Now, you shouldn't hold on to grudges, but you shouldn't be naive either, constantly in situations where people show you who they are, is the message here. But final message, what's the message for my Scorpios they need to hear? What's the final message? So we have Mountain in reverse. So let's see what this is talking about. So the Mountain in reverse, it says there's an obstacle to your inquiry. This is not the time to move forward. Wait a while, be patient, and a way around the mountain will be revealed. Pushing forward isn't in your highest good. Don't try to climb too high or to grasp the prize that seems out of reach, because it is for now. If you exceed your limits, you'll find yourself tumbling down and you'll get hurt. Remain open to a new possibility rather than stubbornly forging ahead. So this is making sure, also too, this is another thing I'm kind of picking up with the Mountain card in reverse. There's a need for you to not try to just bypass certain issues you could be going through or obstacles by ignoring the lesson encapsulated, because that could be where the issue lies. Like, that could be the reason why there's an obstacle, because there's obvious issues that have to be addressed and it's not being addressed. It's just being bypassed. So in a relationship, if you keep running into the same problem, or it just seems like there is no like ending to the issues itself, it's because the issues are not actually being dealt with. It's just being pushed to the side and then resurfacing when it gets a chance. But this is what I see. I hope that this did give you some insight. If you did take something from this reading, definitely feel free to thumbs it up and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.